Who were the Vikings, and why should we remember them? This is more than a question about seafaring raiders from the north. It is a query into the heart of a culture that shaped the course of history. The Vikings, hailing from the lands of modern-day Norway, Sweden and Denmark, burst onto the world stage in the late 8th century. Their era, dubbed the Viking Age, kicked off with a dramatic raid on the Lindisfarne Monastery in 793 AD, and is widely seen to have concluded with the Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066. These Norsemen were more than just fearsome warriors. They were traders, explorers, and settlers. They lived in a society deeply rooted in agriculture and fishing, divided into three main classes: the noble jarls, the freeman carls, and the thralls, who were slaves. Leadership was decentralized, often bestowed upon those who could protect their community and lead successful raids, a vital source of wealth and a proving ground for the valor of young men. Their rich cultural tapestry was woven with mythology and lore, featuring gods like Odin, Thor, and Freya. Their mythological tales not only offered explanations for natural phenomena, but also set the moral and cultural standards of their society. The sagas, oral histories penned in the 12th and 13th centuries, provide a window into their world, artfully blending historical events with myth. A cornerstone of Viking life was their mastery of shipbuilding. Their longships with shallow drafts and symmetrical fore and aft were the marvels of their time. This naval prowess enabled them to navigate both high seas and shallow rivers, facilitating raids, trade, and settlements as far east as Russia's rivers and as far west as Newfoundland, a full 5 centuries before Columbus set foot in the Americas. The Vikings were the architects of trade routes that linked different parts of the world, exchanging goods like furs, tusks, and seal fat in the east for silver, silk, and spices in the west. Their settlements and conquests across Ireland, England, and France led to significant cultural exchanges and reshaped Europe's political landscape. The Vikings played a key role in the foundation of the Kievan Rus, the precursor to modern Russia and Ukraine. The decline of the Vikings was a complex process. The Christianization of Scandinavia in the late 10th century altered their societal structures and priorities, pushing them towards a more settled and agrarian lifestyle. As European kingdoms grew more centralized and powerful, they could better defend against Viking incursions. By the 11th century, the era of Viking raids and expansive trade had waned, but the legacy of these formidable people lived on. The Norsemen's integration into European society marked the end of the Viking Age, yet their cultural, genetic, and historical impact resonates across Europe and beyond even today. The Vikings, in essence, helped shape the world as we know it.